Oh, it's been a long time. What's going on, fam? It is Mondo from Modification Gaming, and I got the one and only seen on YouTube, maybe in real life sometimes, Aries Gaming Productions. What's going on, Aries?
Yo, what is going on, guys?
Bro. So tell me, Aries, how are you liking that Jump Force?
I'm really liking it. Now, given the fact that the story is pretty booty,
it's absolute trash,
still better than J-Star's story.
Okay.
By far.
Okay.
So, in some ways, the game actually does improve on J-Stars in some aspects. Like, the story is actually better, it has a little bit more character interaction in the story, but nothing too much compared to what it actually was in J-Stars. But, of course, the gameplay, combat still feels really nice. I'm actually playing right now with a team that I think is really good. Deku, or Izuku Midoriya, Yukimoto, and Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Facts.
And just the fact that like I like just the combat in it, like just hitting somebody with a Detroit smash in this game actually feels like I was watching an episode of. And it's not all he has. He does. I think his abilities are from. They did like season 3, I think. Midoriya. So he has like the finger snap where he like breaks his fingers. He does the Detroit smash. He has the Manchester smash with the kick shooting abilities and stuff that he develops later on. But he's always nice. And of course, Yukimoto is just a monster. Literally just black magic attack your way to victory. Literally all it is.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah, but what you are playing a game that I actually haven't played in a very long time, but it was still fun when I played it.
You see, that was Hollow Fragment that I think you were remembering. I don't know if you ever played Hollow Realization. Alright, so let me just say it off right now. I am a massive anime fan. I love anime. It's one of my biggest things. Actually, Aries Game Productions and I actually became really good friends over this anime called Sword Art Online. I'll never forget that. It was just like as a kid, I had watched a lot of different anime. Not really a lot of different animes. I watched Naruto here and there. I watched Dragon Ball Z here and there. I mean, and Pokemon. Like we all watched Pokemon, you know. But like I never watched anything else, and I was just like, man, you know, really good stuff. But then freshman year of college hit me, and then like I started watching SAO, and it just changed my life completely. And I did not know just how much like anime can suck you in, you know. And that's what it did for me. Facts. Take it to the court, man. There, it's right there. But no, I'm playing Hollow Realization. This game came out I think it got done with all of its DLC about a year ago, I believe. I think it came out in 2017. Excuse me. And I'm just a massive fan of just the universe itself. Now, everyone that may watch the video, you know, whoever it is, will probably be like, man, SAO is trash. Well, now, hold your horses, man. Just hold your horses.
Yeah, hold your horses
just
there, son.
Hold your horses there, son. But here's the thing that people don't really understand about Sword Art Online that they're so quick to judge on. Sword Art Online is a gateway anime. It is literally what gets people into anime. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of problems with SAO, and Aries and I have both watched the show, so if you have not watched the show, we will definitely be talking about spoilers and talking about all that good stuff. So if you don't want to hear that, then probably just tune off. But I mean, the biggest problem that SCO had, and that we both agreed on, is that the time skips. The anime skips over like 2 years of worth of stuff that happened. Which I think, for me personally, I kind of get it. I didn't notice it that much when I first saw it, because I was in love with the show when I first saw it. I was star-eyed, like oh man. But when that episode 13 or 14 hit, and they finally get out of SAO, you're just left with like, wow, that was actually a pretty good episode, but you thought to yourself, but what about the last 25 floors? You know? Like that's what everyone wanted to C, I feel like one of the biggest weaknesses in like the whole show is that they'll allude to these different floors they were on, but like you never saw it in the actual anime, which I think is just a super weak point in the show. Like now don't get me wrong, like I don't think they should cover every single floor, which I think that's what they're doing in the light novels, the progressive novels, which I actually have a couple. It's actually pretty interesting. It covers Asuna's side, which is really cool, and Kirito's here and there, so that's really interesting. But that's the only grievance I had with the show, because what the show did accomplish was that it just made you dream. It made you really get excited for the future of gaming, which, like, don't get me wrong, SAO, is it possible to actually have a game like SAO? And if no one's ever seen Sword Art Online, I'll give you a quick little explanation of it. Sword Art Online basically, it takes place in the year 2022, I believe. If Aries, correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's 2021 or 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. So not that much longer ahead of us. You know what I mean? I won't even be 30 when that time hits, which is kind of weird to think about. That is I'll almost be 30 at that time, I think. But yeah, that's so weird to think about, bro. Like, so weird. Anywho, well, I'll get back to that in a second. So the show there's 10,000 people. They all enter this game. That's all that's the max number of games sold. It was very small. Everyone tried to get it because it's they already had a beta test before, but they never really tell you why it's only 10,000 players. But that's just the limit. The main character, his name is Kirito, and he's basically one of the beta testers who played the game in the past, and he's really excited because this is his life, being able to escape the real world and be able to be in a world like this. And basically, to get into this world, you wear this this headset called the nerve gear, which basically means that yeah, I'm playing the game right now, so I'm kind of distracted. But you play shoot, I just lost it. But anywho, yeah, you get into this world and it intercepts all your brain signals to from your the very top of your spine. I think your cerebral cortex, I believe. And it sends if you were trying to move, it would send all those signals into the game and not to you in real life. That way you can move your avatar in the video game world, which is actually a really cool concept. Think about it like this, if someone is paralyzed, or someone who may be in a wheelchair, or something like that doesn't have functionality of certain things, it is still possible for your brain to send signals to your arms. And that's why some people complain about having ghost pains in their arms and stuff, but they don't have an arm. I don't know if you've ever heard about that. That's actually a real medical thing. But anyway, that's how it happens. And just imagine the people who are in wheelchairs, they're actually able to move around and be able to be active and stuff. That blows my mind. That's just something really cool to think about. Anywho, so they get trapped in this game, and if they die at all in this game, if their HP reaches 0, they will literally the nerve gear will fry their heads, basically, because there's a microwave emitter that can basically get that microwave oven or something, or it just messes up your brain basically. And if you try to take the headset off, it will do it as well, so you can't even tamper with it. The first day, about 212 or 16 players died. The first month, 2,000 players died. And at the end of the show, 4,000 players died, which is really crazy to think about. But anywho, it's a great show if you've never watched it, especially if you're trying to get into anime. I cannot give you a better recommendation than SAO to get started. Or if you have never seen it, go watch it. It's amazing. It is absolutely awesome. So I actually been watching it with a buddy of mine. We got to the episode 11 where you meet Yui, and then she, basically dies. She doesn't really die. Kirito saves her, but I'm not going to spoil anything else. But so he's just like, bro, this show's amazing. I almost started crying. I said, right, dude, this game messes with you on a really personal, deep level. But again, the biggest thing about the show that I love the most is that it just makes you want this. What I'm playing right now, it's obviously not a real MMORPG. It's a single player. It's pretending to be one, but it's really not one. It's just a single player game. But the idea of being able to just go to sleep and close your eyes and be something completely different than what you were before, you know? That's what we all dream that we can do. Like, go to sleep, you play a game where you're like a clone trooper from Star Wars. That's like my dream, actually. That'd be really dope. Or a Jedi or a Sith, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you get to play the game like that. That's why people really like VR chat. Like, the VR chat rooms, don't get me wrong, they're really full of memes and stuff, and it's really weird. But, like, it's actually really cool, because if you have, like, the Vive, which is, like, you know... I actually talked to you a lot about the Vive my freshman year, Aries. I don't know if you remember that. I was the one that showed you that, and like how like futuristic it is, and like it's out right now, and you can do full body motion in this game, which is really cool that you can do that. But this is early VR. This is early. We're gonna get to a point where we actually have full dive. Do you think? Okay, tell me your thoughts about the show, Aries.
Oh, but just SAO in general.
Tell me about that, and just like, do you think it's possible to do SAO?
Possible, yes. Probable, yeah. It's one of those things where I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. Honestly, no, it is possible, because I mean, the advancements with VR that we've had right now are, you know, nothing really compared to the ones that we have in SAO. But the pure fact that we are starting to kind of tinker around with it a little bit, just as far as VR goes, doesn't think that sometime in the future it will be a possibility.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll just be for one type of game, though. I think it'll be for pretty much every single genre will have a somewhat similar Sword Art Online process to it. And so, like, I mean, imagine playing Grand Theft Auto in an SAO experience. And
yeah.
I mean, that would be, you'd literally be living, you know, you could be living a criminal's life for all you want to, or you could do something like being or something like that's exactly like SAO. That's like Minecraft. They just literally recreate it for everybody to go into.
Well, you know they're doing that right now, right?
Yeah, they're doing it right now.
They are making the Nerve gear. They're doing all of that right now in Japan.
Yeah, that to me is nuts. But just think about any type of game, you know, genre that you really do like. Like for me, I'm a big Super Smash Bros. fan. And just imagine doing a VR experience for Super Smash Bros. Like your body presence is facing off against like Nintendo characters. It would just be like your little avatar or whatever, or whether they have you play as one of the actual Nintendo characters that you play as, or something like Dragon Age Inquisition, where you know you can have like a CPU party follow you around, and you're still there, but you're there in the experience, and the CPUs are pretty much, you know, still communicating with you in like the way that's still like the good storytelling aspect. That to me is still very interesting. Just, and not only the fact that doing it with SAO seems like the more, I guess, probably the logical thing to do, since SAO was the one that kind of popularized it here in the West, and
it definitely did.
I guess really Japan. But, or even something like Overlord, another really good show.
What show you said?
Overlord.
Oh, dude, I recommended that to you, man. I haven't watched season 3 yet. I may do that tonight.
Yeah, so I mean, even stuff like that. I mean, that's just it. It paves the way for a brand new aspect of like just gaming in general. Because why would you? After that, it's going to be hard for people to go back to not wanting to dive into the game. It's going to be really hard for people to want to go back to the old handheld, you know, or handheld controllers, or
they'll never go back. They'll never go back. They won't.
It's almost gonna be impossible for anybody to sell anything other than the VR stuff. And now, of course, the VR stuff itself, like, I'm sure that they're gonna run tests on it with that, you know, people then they've actually got it and stuff, because they want to make sure that
it works and it's safe.
Yeah, it works and it's safe, and it's not affecting your brain like at all. Like, it's not like, there's no way it's gonna negatively affect you. There's no radiation that's gonna be there. There's no, neurotransmitters in your brain that are going to get fried or messed up by going into it too many times. But I mean, also, I guess just explaining to the public too is going to be a big responsibility. Just the social aspect of it. Like, there's a difference between the real world and the die world. And that's what people are going to have to kind of like come together and understand, because you're still a human being at the end of the day. You still have to eat. You still have to go to the bathroom, take a shit. And, all these things that you might forget to do if you're in the die world. And I don't want. It shouldn't be one of those things where you are in the die world and you wake up and you've pissed and shitted yourself. Like there has to be something for like even just like basic human needs. Basic human needs have to be met.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that's very true.
I think it will. Yeah.
Like I agree with you on that. Like that's I mean, even SEO covers that topic. There's people that die for like multiple, like 3 days in a row without stopping, and like they're just used to that type of, that's like fasting or something. I mean, if you, that's still not good for you. I mean, it depends. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything like that.
It also depends. It also depends on if the dive state is going to appear to be like a sleep state, where maybe the machine is like designed to lull you into, a REM sleep. But so the REM sleep but you're still active in your mind, so your body is actually getting all the rest it needs, while your conscience is basically allowed to go into almost like a lucid dream type of thing.
Think about like this. I mean, like, you got. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's possible. If you think about it this, if you were to actually go to bed at night and then play the game, you're not actually giving your brain a chance to rest at all. It's still working. So like that's, I don't think it'll be used for that. I'm not saying that's what you said it's going to be used for, but like I think a lot of people would think, oh, okay, well you can just go to sleep and wake up and it's all, you can be rested and all that. Well, no, because your brain's still being active and working, and you're still basically fighting in this world. And so, yeah, I think. It's such a hard thing to talk and to ask about, because how would they be able to actually do it? Because in the anime, in the anime, they literally lay down and they close their eyes and they say "Link, start." So I don't think their bodies are really asleep. I think they're technically they are asleep. But like you're not meant to be in the world for like a super long time, because it's like playing a video game for too long. You know what I'm saying?
It's supposed to. It'll be in bursts. I mean, no doubt. Like for people who want to experience it normally, like people who are not going to be quote unquote diehard divers. So that'll be better, I think, for a lot of people getting into it first. So like, hey, once you get in this thing, you can exit anytime you want to do whatever you need to do. Just like a regular video game. Like in a video game, you can press the start button, save it, and go about your regular activity there and do the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So.
No, facts.
That's what I think they'll advertise it as when they do release something like that. If they don't, that would worry me a little bit. Just because I'd be like, hey, you as a creator of a system like this have to have a responsibility to educate the public on what this thing is. So there isn't a situation like SAO where people are left in the dark for a little after it is. I don't think that'll be the case, though.
No, I agree. I think the same principle can be applied to regular gamers in general. I mean, if you play too much and like you lose your job, or you hurt your eyes and stuff. I mean, like you have to sign waivers to even use PlayStation, Xbox, and stuff, because like you can't sue them. You can't sue them. So I think that's what ended up happening. But so yeah, there's so many applications of this type of technology that can be used for such great things, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about season 2, Mother's Rosario. That arc, in my opinion, a lot of people say like, "Oh, freaking season 2 sucked." I'm like, well, the mid part of it sucked. It was the middle section of that show. Yeah, it was definitely garbage. But the last arc of that season was actually really interesting of how this technology can be applied to people who may be really sick or dying. And dude, if you have cancer and like you're just you are on your deathbed and you have no quality of life right now. Maybe you're paralyzed from the neck down and like you just can't do anything. You just can't do anything. Maybe a terrible car wreck happened or something. You can get some sort of quality of life in VR. And there may be like some sort of way that and that sounds horrible for me to say, and I don't think it sounds horrible. I'm not saying you should prioritize your life just to be in VR, but technically there could be jobs in VR where you can do different stuff and you can actually make money for yourself doing VR stuff. I mean, there's just so many possibilities, and that's another reason why I really like SAO, because of how simplistic it can be. It also can delve pretty deep into some serious questions.
Yeah, some questions surrounding the VR system itself. So that's what separates SAO from a lot of like the other, I guess, quote unquote, VR animes. Is that most of the VR animes either have the character not able to leave, or that's kind of just their world. Like, that's their world that they live in, and like all they know is like leveling up and eating stuff. That's just like their life. That's like just the world that they live in. The actual world. They're completely VR world. It's not real world, then back to virtual world, back to the real world. It's almost like a Digimon complex that they have, where they'll dive into the digital world, come back into the real world, digital world comes back, but SAO is really the only one that kind of just explains the actual like reality of what could happen, or maybe what will happen. So
absolutely, no, I do agree with that. Here's the question I wanted to ask you. Basically, SAO, they end up being trapped in this game for like 2 years, like 2.5 years, I believe. Could you imagine being stuck in a game for 2.5 years and fighting for your life every single day? And then part B of the question, would you do it?
Would I still do it knowing that, or?
Well, I don't know.
If I didn't know it, I mean, I probably would still. Now, of course, when that stuff comes out, we will talk about another scenario that I don't think sort of one actually brings up is how expensive that hardware is going to be. You're probably looking at, I would say thousands of dollars when it comes out. At least thousands of dollars. It's not going to be a $200, $300 deal. It's not. It's going to be. It's going to be for people who can afford it.
I agree with that. I agree with that to a point.
If you're one of the people who can afford it, then yeah, I mean, you could definitely do it. But so I mean, if I could, I mean, I would. But voluntarily trapping myself in that realm, no. Now, involuntarily, still, yeah. I mean, it'd be horrible. But
if it happened, would you be okay with it? That's a deep question.
Especially if I had people that I knew that were doing it too. So I wouldn't feel like I'd be that screwed. Like I'd still feel like I had like a quote unquote party members to like help me out. And that would be probably the big difference for me. Like if it was like me and you stuck there and I knew like you were in the party with me, and I knew like I'd be like, okay, well, we have our squad, like we can stay alive and work together. And just like human beings have been doing for thousands of years.
Yeah.
People think that's kind of, people don't know how to do that stuff. No, people have been doing that stuff for a while. So,
I think about like this. We, as humans, we're very, I like to call it fearfully and wonderfully made, get that Christian vibe in there. But like the thing is, we are made in such a crazy way that people don't understand. Like, we have certain energy systems and, emergency systems in our body that react to certain stimuli from the environment. Fight or flight. So imagine just like how, we don't have to use survival instincts at all. in today's time. We don't have to learn how to be sensible about hunting and, you know, maybe like saving money to survive. Yeah, I guess, but that's not really surviving in the sense I'm talking about. Just imagine how you would adapt as a human being trapped in a world where you had to literally use a sword or a weapon and fight to stay alive. Man, that is something terrifying, but equally, I think you would grow as a person. I think that you would grow as a human being. Oh man, I think about it all the time. Here's the thing for me. If I could do it and be trapped in there for 2 years, I would do it. I think that the effects of your body that it would take that's not good. I mean, you're basically just letting everything atrophy. All your muscles atrophy, and you're not in good shape at all. That's terrible. So obviously that part would suck. But would I actually go into this world knowing that, like, if I died in the game, I would die for real? I would do it without a shadow of a doubt. There's just something about the idea, and that depends on how the world actually was. Would I be able to actually move my whole body like I would be able to, you know, if this is actually full dive, you know what I'm saying? Then absolutely. If I could just live in a different type of world, I think that's what we all want deep down. We all want to be able to live in a different...
There is something very like escapist about it. Like there's like the escape mentality of like leaving the real world. And
think about it like this: instead of being a single-player video game, you know, you're doing it. You're literally being who you want to be, not just. You know, you can like use your own face if you want to. You know, you don't have to cut. You could customize your face however you want to. You know, but like. I think you don't understand. I think about this all the time. Like, and when the technology comes out, I'm going to buy it. Like, there is no doubt in my mind. I'm going to go where this technology is at. Because honestly, there's many things. There's only a very short like list of things I truly care about in this world. It's my faith. It's, you know, my exercise, my body, and it's like game/anime. Like, that sounds super terrible, but honestly, not really. It's the thing that I enjoy the most. Some people like to, you know, work on trucks and love truck parts and being a mechanic and all that crap, or other things. But like, I find like my passion in the things like I play in terms of games, like that is like my thing. Absolutely. Doesn't mean I'm going to be a bum or anything. Heck no. I'm very productive, do very well where I'm at in life, and doing well in college. Thing is, I'm not going to deny myself the thing that I have a true passion for. And one of my biggest passions, you've probably seen on my YouTube channel, is I want to be a voice actor. So I want to be all up in this. This is like something that all I can ever do is like all I can think about sometimes is being a voice actor and, you know, doing voice acting for anime. That's just, I don't know. Anywho, I'm getting off subject. But yeah, I would in a heartbeat, I would jump into this and I would do it. But, you know, before they actually do full dive, you know what I think they're going to do before that? The step before that? It's going to be, they already have this technology. It's basically, it's a treadmill that goes 360 degrees. I don't know if you've seen it, but like, it's a real thing. Like, you can like move on it like a treadmill.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, someone was playing CS:GO on it way back in the day, and
yes. Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So like, it's a real thing. Like it's happening. I think that gaming will go to that first, maybe. But the thing is, when the technology comes out, yeah, it's gonna be awesome and stuff. But you have to be able to sell it. It has to be accessible to everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you want to actually make a good profit off of it, like, it has to be able to where people can use it in their rooms, their apartments. I mean, and that's what they want to do. That's the idea of like technology. You want to take something that starts off like huge and make it really small and portable so everyone can use it. All right, so what am I freaking doing? I've been talking so much, I don't even know what the freak is.
Also, I'm doing a stream on Jump Force as well, in case you guys will check that out.
Right now?
But I'll be doing that too tonight. Yeah, I'll do it right now. But it shouldn't mess up the my stream or anything, or your stream. But
it's off.
I will be doing that. But also,
oh, let's talk about Anthem.
Oh God, let me wait on that. I want to get these. Let me get this set up here.
Yeah,
I definitely want to have. I definitely want to have that
little powwow sesh.
Yeah.
Are you about to do the stream right now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's about to get really confusing. You're playing Jump Force, I'm playing Sword Art Online. Jesus. Okay. I'm playing again this old game. I'm probably not gonna get anyone watching, which is totally fine. I get it, but like, I mean, that's how the stream. I mean, right now YouTube is just broken. Right now, the whole everything is just broken. Nothing works anymore. Where the frick am I? Okay. Let's see. I'm supposed to talk to somebody. No, but I'm trying to think of games I'm really excited for coming up, and it's super rare for me to be excited about games now. It's like and, I knew Anthem.
Like my biggest two that I was kind of rooting for this beginning of this year was Kingdom Hearts 3 and this game. That was pretty much have been the only two that I have been wanting to get. And after that, there hasn't been really anything that has me just like, man, like, oh man, that's so but it's so bad, like I did with Kingdom Hearts 3. There's been very few things. Like even last year was kind of a weird year for gaming, because the only thing that I got too excited about last year was maybe some DLC for Dragon Ball FighterZ. After Dragon Ball FighterZ hype kind of died down a little bit, and
yeah, I definitely did.
It's still probably the greatest fighting game out.
Oh no, I'll consent to that. Like, yeah, I agree.
But the hype train died down after people. I think people's souls got crushed by Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I really do. I think the fighting game community, the FGC, I think everybody's soul just got really just down and like destroyed after Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out, because
I definitely think fighting games are definitely dying.
Yeah, that's because like
Mortal Kombat's coming out and it looks super so-so. I mean, I'm not gonna get it.
It looks. They took. This is my problem with how it looks so far.
Okay.
It looks like they just wanted to do an Injustice version of Mortal Kombat.
Well, of course, that's what works.
That's what it looks like, and I don't like that. Mortal Kombat was really good, or has consistently been good series over the years, because it wasn't like other fighting games. It's supposed to be super cheap and unfair fighting Shao Kahn, and like, and even I played it in the arcade when I was actually in Nashville for a couple of days. I played it in an arcade and had a bunch of fun with it, and whooped some ass too, by the way. But I played it and I was like, man, yeah, this does not feel like. This doesn't feel like a fighting game. It just feels like two people just like wanting to brutally murder each other, and that's what Mortal Kombat has originally been about. People murdering each other in the most gruesome fashion possible. And that's what it should be. And now they're starting to lean towards, or it seems like they're wanting to lean towards more like the FGC type of thing, where they're focusing more on like doing these meters and combos and all this stuff, and that's great and everything. This is not what Mortal Kombat is, to me at least. Mortal Kombat is, like I said, about doing crazy stuff, and of course doing the combos still and stuff, but there's just stuff that innately works with Mortal Kombat. And this one just seems like, oh, well, Injustice 2 did really good, so let's do some slow-mo shit from Injustice 2 and make the game slower. Which they have. They've made it extremely more slow than... This is probably the slowest moving Mortal Kombat I've ever seen. And it's going to be very beginner-friendly. again, not what Mortal Kombat is designed to be. Mortal Kombat is supposed to be for legacy players, people who've been playing Mortal Kombat since like Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, like your boy had. And because I still remember playing Mortal Kombat 2 on like a Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy, and that was what I kind of my first experience playing it. And so I mean, there's, you know, I just thought that what I saw from their reveals, they've been revealing, it just looks like Injustice 2.1 to me. It looks like it, and it probably, if I played it, it's probably gonna feel really like Injustice 2, which I don't want. Just have the Injustice games feel like the Injustice games. Don't just cotton swab it over to
I don't know, man. I've never been interested in Mortal Kombat, and that's not gonna change.
The last Mortal Kombat, I think I dug a lot of hours into was Mortal Kombat 9. Just because, I mean, it still felt like the old Mortal Kombat where everything was cheap, but not too cheap, and the combos were still there for characters, and you had the roster. The roster was so good for MK9. It was so good. Their guest character options were fantastic. They had Kratos from God of War, the original Kratos from God of War, Freddy Krueger, I mean, it was the Rain of, I forgot, I think Rain and I don't think the chick who controls Scarlet, yeah, she was another one. I mean, the roster was just so good. And then you go from that to Mortal Kombat 10, who cut the roster in half. And we're like, yeah, so this is Mortal Kombat 10. And I'm like, fuck, where are the characters at? Where the fuck is the character at? Where I don't want a character that functions as another character. I want the character for their personality, for their traits, their abilities and stuff, what sets them apart from the other people in the cast. And that's probably some of my problem with like the newer age fighting games, is that they're trying to make, well, for the most part, they try to make every character try to play the same, so you can have an understanding of each character. I think that's bullshit. I think each character should be different, because that's how they actually are going to fight. Whether it's an anime fighter, whether it's a, another fighter. The thing that, and that's the reason why I think Tekken 7 is probably the most balanced fighting game that's ever been made.
Ha! Jokes. Just kidding.
I think the characters have combos that are similar, like as far as like damage and what you do with them once you get a hit on somebody. But after that, I mean, like the character move list is literally have like a 200 section move list for some characters. 200. Which means if you want to learn that character, you have to learn that character. You can't just you can't just fiddle dick around with the characters in Tekken. Like you have to learn them, get the learn
you have to like, you gotta like match them on Tinder, then you gotta like have a nice conversation over text. Then you gotta like take them out to coffee.
Take it back to your apartment.
Not even then. Then you're gonna wait like at least like a couple of days and not seem like you're too much. Then like you're going to ask them out on another date. And I'm done. But no, oh gosh dang it! I was trying to talk to her and went to the area. But no, yeah, I feel that. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say here. That's fine. I don't think. Oh my God, so many. Okay, good. Never mind. I don't think fighting games are worth $60.
Some of them aren't. No, I'd say some still are, but not all of them.
I think the amount of content that fighting games have are not worth or are deserving as much as, like, I would say Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be.
Yeah, that's definitely, from what it looks like, that's definitely a $60 game.
That's a 65, like the plus tax, like $70 game.
Yeah,
take my money, you deserve it, that's fine, no problem.
It'll be fine.
But
I've also booted up the stream now, so let's go ahead and Oh, by the way, guys, this is Aries from Music Game Productions. We are actually on one of Mondo's streams, but I decided to do my own little side stream too.
Double stream.
Just because we haven't done a stream together in a little while. So it has been way too long since I think we did a stream. The last time we did one, I think, might have been when I was up at your place the last time.
Yeah, and then I died literally the next day. Yeah.
So, but
we're not going to talk about that.
So what we will talk about is I'm going to also be doing some Jump Force gameplay in the background. I still like the game. I still really like the game.
Yeah.
And but I do notice my last video actually did not have my audio for like half of my video when I first did Jump Force, and it only broadcasted the character and stuff. So let's go through before we get to some of the juicy topics of my stream. Let's just go over the characters from my stream. If you're actually looking at my my video, so let's just go down the roster. We got Goku, Son Goku. Goku, of course, gonna be a balanced character. Super well-rounded. Has a counter for like special moves and physical moves. So he just says, "Get off me!" if he has that one move on him. And he has 2 awakenings, which I think him and Vegeta and Frieza are the only ones that have 2 awakenings. He, of course, does regular Super Saiyan, and then when his awakening gauge is filled all the way up, you can go into Super Saiyajin Blue. God.
What?
But, yeah, you can do that. And then, of course, so abilities, you got the Kamehameha Meteor combination, which is basically Kaioken. That switches when he's in Super Saiyan, it turns into just like some pummel attack, but when he's in regular and blue, he can still go into the Kaioken. He can't do it while he's Super Saiyan. And then Raging Strike is his little basic attack. The Super Spirit Bomb, of course, it's Goku. His ultimate attack has to be the Spirit Bomb. It just has to. It's too iconic, especially for a jump game. If they didn't have the Spirit Bomb as his attack, it'd be just sad. We got Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. So Vegeta's also pretty well-rounded. More about attacking you from afar versus trying to get him in your face. But he does have a little Spirit Breaker attack where he like does a little like mini cutscene where he's just like beating the shit out of you. Like I said, his Awakening Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue. And of course, his final attack is the Final Flash, which is always that's just the Vegeta staple.
Are you about to do like every character?
Yeah, but it'll be pretty quick. Trunks, Awakening is just Super Saiyan. His one of his best looking attacks is a little shining sword attack that he killed Frieza with in the anime. It just looks dope. Frieza, cheap as shit in this game. Pretty much a derp character. You can just spam Death Beam and you'll probably beat most people online. The Death Ball, of course, is his. He has 2 awakenings. His first is just 100% where he gets fucking bulked. Then the other one is Golden Frieza, which looks clean as fuck in this game. Piccolo, not the biggest fan of Piccolo in this game. They kind of mess with him a little bit. If you want to play Piccolo, pick up Dragon Ball Fighters. He's alright in this game. No character in this game is just absolute trash, but there are characters in this game that do things better than others. Piccolo's just not. Cell, on the other hand, is really good. Like he is in pretty much every fighting game that he's been in. Cell is just... They'll just be in Cell. Monkey D. Luffy, actually one of my favorite characters to play as in this game. I hated playing as him in J-Stars. I think Mondo can attest to how bad he felt in J-Stars, but he actually feels really fun. He's just a really fun character. Roronoa Zoro from One Piece. Broken as fuck. Pick this character. If you want to win, pick this character. Just any match. You playing with your friends, you playing all that, just pick Zoro. You'll win. Pick him. He's so good. This character's broken as fuck. Sanji, pretty alright character. He does like the little fire kick abilities and stuff. His gimmick in the game is that he does not hurt the female characters. If you are fighting a female character, he will do 0 damage to them. So, it's kind of his quirk. So if you want to beat this character, pick a woman. Marshall D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard. Pretty nice, pretty all good around character. Boa Hancock. Use a fine lady. But also kind of good. Sabo. Sabo's actually pretty dope. I had some One Piece spoilers for his story, so I actually know who he is, which I wish I... In case I want to watch One Piece, it's kind of fucking ruined for me now. But, we have Uzumaki Naruto coming up. Also a very good character. They actually managed to not fuck him up. I thought they were going to fuck him up really bad in this game, they didn't. So, props to Bandai Namco for not screwing up this character. Except for Rasengan, it's super hard to hit a Rasengan. Tail Beast Bomb is a different story. Very hard to hit somebody with Rasengan. Sasuke Uchiha, broken as fuck. Pick this character if you want to win too. He was really good in J-Stars, and he's really good in this game. Kaguya, her best move is Almighty Push. After that, she's not very good. Gaara's awesome in this game. He's just fucking awesome. Kakashi is also very awesome. Boruto, don't really like him. That's all I gotta say about the character. Pegasus Seiya from Saint Seiya, also very good character. Him and Shiryu are really good. For those of you who don't know Shiryu, he's from Saint Seiya 2. He's very good in this game. Awesome character. Ryu Saiba, I think he's the only one in this game that uses a gun. Very fun character. Kenshiro, my boy, the Omae wa Molsinde, from Fist of the North Star. Really fun character. He's always been fun. He was fun in J-Stars. He's fun in this game. He just had tons of fun. Ichigo, also really good character. He was good, once again, good in J-Stars, good in this game. Renji is kind of weird, but I like him. He's growing on me. Sosuke Aizen. Aizen is fucking broken. Aizen was good in J-Stars. Aizen might be the best character in this game. He's good. Ruki is really good. Everything about her is really good. Gone, kill. Actually, let's make this faster to get these guys ready. So everybody from the Hunter x Hunter series, Hunter x Hunter series, everybody's good. Everybody from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is fucking amazing. They're fucking unstoppable. All you're gonna hear for the next hour or 2 hours if you're playing against these teams is just order, or you're gonna hear no from literally just across the screen. And you're gonna be like, wow, feels like I'm actually in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because that's all they yell in that show anyway. All the Yu Yu Hakusho characters are good. Yusuke was trash in J-Stars. He's really good in this game. Kenshin and Makoto, Shishio from Rurouni Kenshin are really good. Yugi Moto is a monster in this game. He's an absolute freak show. His triangle special does 30-40%. It's busted as fuck. Izuku Midoriya, one of my favorite characters to play as, because he just feels really good. You just combo into most of everything that he does, except for Manchester Smash. That's attack is impossible anyway. But and then of course his ultimate, the Delaware Detroit Smash, 100%. Asta from Black Clover. Probably one of my favorite characters. Super fun. And then last, Dai from the Dragon Adventures. Adventures of Dai. Super good character. This character's awesome. But now that we got that out of the way, we'll go ahead and do the match start. So we'll actually we'll do some Midoriya. Midoriya, Frieza, and Monkey D. Luffy. And then we'll just stick it here with whatever random